Have you noticed something new in your Google Classroom? Google finally released out of beta practice sets, and they're available to us now in our Google Workspace. You'll see it up here at your dashboard. You'll see it over here in your dashboard, and you'll see it as an option when creating an assignment in a class. Practice sets are most like Google form quizzes that you may have made in the past, particularly if you were advanced in your Google form design and gave feedback options to students after they got things wrong. So practice sets kind of take that idea and run with it. In a set, you can add questions manually. You can also import questions. This is a little weird if you're not used to it, but when you import from a file, you're going to kind of take a screenshot of the questions you want to use. So let me show you. You see, it says select each problem that you want to import. And so all it's doing is taking a screenshot and putting that in. So if I was to drag my cursor over this question, there's one, there's two, and you can do this throughout the entire document or documents that you select. There's three. And all the import does is take those screenshots and put them in as the question. You still have to create the answer. Speaking of answers, you have the choice of short answer, which it'll auto grade, single select, multiple choice or multiple guess, which it'll auto grade, or multiple choice answers, where you can pick more than one, which it'll auto grade. The only one it won't auto grade is the paragraph response, which we would assume would be longer and a little bit more open to subjectivity. You can also see that you can toggle math answers, and you do have the option in settings to allow equivalent answers. So, 25% being one quarter, etc., and to ignore capitalization. It does not ignore spelling, so students do need to spell short answer words correctly. So that seems kind of like Google Forms, right? What's the big deal? Well, once you've entered in a question, you can put an answer in, perhaps spell it correctly. Now the student gets this right, it gets noted, yeah, good for you. But you can tag the skill, and this is kind of neat. So it'll suggest one for you. Or you can type and search for them yourself, and they have all types. Once you select that, you'll see the little light bulb popped up because it will offer hints and help to students for this type of question when they take it. So if it's a short answer, you write in your answer. If it's single select, you select the one that's correct. If it's paragraph, it'll say you'll need to come back and grade this later. Okay, so what's this look like? So you can see the screenshot doesn't always come in very well. So I don't know how great the import's going to be, but it could also get better. We write our answers here. If we need to show our work, we can do that here. If they have a touch screen or really good with their mouse, they can draw their answers. So for math and graphing, that might be of use for you. Once they put an answer in, you see it tries to interpret it, checks it. Did I get this answer right? Of course not. That's not a real answer. But notice, hey, you want a hint? Oh, determine the theme of a story and analyze its development. Here's a quick little support resource. All right. Well, let's go down to this one. I'm going to guess it's danger. Oh, before I even check my answer, it says, hey, there's a hint. Oh, help with themes and how they progress. Oh, now that I've used that, I think the answer is actually this one. Let's check it. Cha-ching! We got it correct. So a student can go through each question, practice it, get feedback or help support with it. And if you do assign it as a regular assignment, you'll be able to get analytics on it as well. So here's that sample set. We're in the assignment here in the classroom, and you can see there a student went through it. They've either got it right, it tells you how many times it took them to get it right. If it needs to be graded by you, because it was a paragraph one, here's the paragraph, and then, oh, which one is it? Number 5, I think. Okay. Student wrote an irrelevant answer. It's incorrect. It's updated the scoring rubric. So here's what's neat now. We can get some data about how this class was doing particular questions. And if these questions are tied to skills, right? Now you have a way to go back and reteach very quickly. Or you could also give them new sample sets practice sets based on what they need. Your practice sets are able to be shared with other colleagues. And that way, in the practice set area, you'll find that your sets continue to grow. So you may build libraries of practice sets for your students across with your PLC or with your other co-teachers or whoever would need or have access to that. So the more you play, the bigger and better it gets. But think of it as Google Forms beefed up with the ability to personalize feedback and support for the student, for you to be able to analyze data based on those questions, and your ability to build content together collaboratively with other teachers and to share those. And that is the newest thing in Google Classroom.